Hello, good morning, all of you. This is Dr. U. Raghavendra, Assistant Professor of Chemistry, MVS Government Degree and PG College, Mahabub Nagar, Telangana. Today, I want to discuss about hydroxy compounds. In this video, I want to discuss part 3 of hydroxy compounds. In my last two videos, that is part 1 and part 2 of hydroxy compounds, I discussed about the introduction, classification, nomenclature, as well as preparation methods of hydroxy compounds. That is, the main categories of hydroxy compounds are alcohols and phenols. In this part 3, I want to discuss about physical properties of the hydroxy compounds. What are the physical properties of the hydroxy compounds? I want to go discuss in this video. They are: first one is state, second one is hydrogen bonding, third one is boiling points, fourth solubility, next one is acidity. Okay, next, first one, state of the hydroxy compounds, that is state of the hydroxy compound, that is state of the alcohols and phenols. In general, the alcohols, that is aliphatic hydroxy compounds with lesser number of carbons, that is lower alcohols, which have at least 12 carbons, exist in liquid state at room temperature. But the remaining, that is the alcohols having more than 12 carbons, exist as solids at room temperature. That is up to 12. The alcohols which contain up to 12 generally exist in the form of liquids at room temperature, but the higher number or higher alcohols as well as branched alcohols exist as solids at room temperature. Okay, next, hydrogen bonding. Hydrogen bonding, generally here the hydroxy compound, whatever it may be, phenols or alcohols, they are polar in nature. It is due to the presence of polar hydroxy group. Here the hydroxy group, sorry, the hydroxy group is polar because here the oxygen is more electronegative atom and hydrogen is less electronegative atom. So due to this more electronegativity difference in between oxygen and hydrogen atoms, the OH bond electrons, the OH bond electrons generally shifted towards the more electronegative oxygen atom. Then, due to this electronegativity difference in hydroxy compounds, oxygen atom gets partial negative charge while the hydrogen atom gets partial positive charge. So, the hydroxy compounds exist as polar molecules due to the presence of polar hydroxy group. Due to this polar group, that is OH group, they easily form hydrogen bonds within the same molecule or with other molecules. Here we should know about the hydrogen bond. What is hydrogen bond? Hydrogen bond is a one type of chemical bond which is formed in between the more electronegative atom of the one molecule and less electronegative or partially charged, positively charged hydrogen atom of the other molecule or the same molecule. That is the bond, the chemical bond which is found in between the more electronegative atoms such as oxygen, nitrogen, fluorine, whatever it may be, and the hydrogen atom, generally considered as hydrogen bond. It may form within the same molecule or it may form in between the molecules. Here the hydrogen bond strength is generally less than that of the covalent bond, but stronger than the van der Waals bonds. That is based on nature, based on formation of hydrogen bond. The hydrogen bonds is two type. One is intramolecular hydrogen bond. Intramolecular hydrogen bond. That is the hydrogen bond which formed within the same molecule, considered as intramolecular. Intramolecule means within the molecule. So the hydrogen bond formed within the molecule considered as intramolecular hydrogen bond. In hydroxy compound also it is possible to form intramolecular hydrogen bond. Mainly this type of bond, that is intramolecular hydrogen bond, is observed in phenols, where the phenol contains hydroxy group, OH group, as well as one more electron withdrawing group, or the one more group which contains more negativity atom, more electronegativity atom. So it is commonly intramolecular hydrogen bond commonly observed in phenols. Next one is intermolecular hydrogen bond. Intermolecular hydrogen bond. Intermolecular hydrogen bond means it is a hydrogen bond formed in between the molecule, not within the molecule. If the hydrogen bond formation takes place within the two molecules, then it is known as intermolecular hydrogen bond. Here, the bond forming molecules, the two molecules may be same or they may be different. If the intermolecular hydrogen bond formation takes place within the same molecule, then it is homomeric hydrogen bond. If the intermolecular hydrogen bond formation takes place within the two different molecules, then it is considered as heteromeric hydrogen bonding. Okay, generally in alcohols, that is aliphatic hydroxy compounds, intermolecular hydrogen bond is common. Intramolecular hydrogen bond is generally observed in phenols. It may also present in alcohols also, but when compared to alcohols, it is very high. Intramolecular bond formation is more specific in phenols. Intramolecular bonding intermolecular bonding is responsible for molecular association. That is, intermolecular hydrogen bond is responsible molecular association. Molecular association means gathering or association of or assembling of molecules together through intermolecular hydrogen bond. So association, molecular association takes place due to the intermolecular hydrogen bond. But the intramolecular hydrogen bond is responsible for individual behavior of the molecules. Due to the intramolecular hydrogen bond, the molecule appear as a single or individual molecule, but Due to the presence of intermolecular hydrogen bonding, molecules or molecular association is observed. Okay, thank you. Okay, sorry. Okay, fine. Next, if you observe the examples for inter and intramolecular hydrogen bond, here hydrogen bonding example. The first example is intermolecular hydrogen bond in within the alcohols. Here the alcohol ROH. Here O is negatively charged, hydrogen is partially positive charged. So partially negative charged oxygen atom may attracted by the partial positive charged hydrogen atom of other alcohol. Here the partially negative charged oxygen atom of the this alcohol is attracted by partial positive charged hydrogen atom of other alcohol. This type of attraction extends towards the eh, other molecules or throughout the solution. So intermolecular hydrogen bond formation is common in alcohols. Due to this intermolecular hydrogen bonding, the molecules come together. Next B, here it is intermolecular hydrogen bond or bonding within the in between the water molecule and alcohol molecules. It is intermolecular hydrogen bond between water molecule and alcohol. Here it is alcohol, this is water molecule. Here it is alcohol, it is water molecule, like that. So that is the first one is homomeric, the second one is heteromeric. Here the same one is observed in the case of phenols. The homomeric intermolecular hydrogen bonding is in between the two phenol molecules. The heteromeric intermolecular hydrogen bonding is in between one phenol and one alcohol. Okay, next example. Example for intramolecular hydrogen bonding. As we discussed in earlier slide, intramolecular hydrogen bonding is common or specific in phenols. So here in orthonitrophenol, due to the presence of more electronegative atom in nitro group, that is oxygen, and the hydroxy group within the same molecule, there is a intramolecular hydrogen bonding in the orthonitrophenol. Here in paranitrophenol, there is intermolecular hydrogen bonding. In paranitrophenol, it is intermolecular hydrogen bond. Due to the adjacent nature of the two groups, that is hydroxy and NO2 group, intramolecular bonding is common in orthonitrophenol. Due to the large distance in between OH and nitro group of the paranitrophenol, it is impossible to form intramolecular hydrogen bonding. That's why it forms intermolecular hydrogen bonding with other paranitrophenol molecule. So based on this two bonding in orthonitrophenol and paranitrophenol, the paranitrophenol molecules gets molecular association. That's why it is impossible to steam distillate the paranitrophenol. But due to the presence of intramolecular hydrogen bonding, the orthonitrophenol acts as a individual molecule, so it is easy to steam distillate the orthonitrophenol. This is the reason why steam distillation of paranitrophenol is difficult than that of the orthonitrophenol. Okay, next, boiling points. Boiling points. Here you should know what is boiling point. Boiling point is nothing but it is the temperature required to start boiling of a liquid. That is the temperature at which a liquid starts boiling. That is the minimum temperature required to boil a liquid, generally known as boiling point of or boiling temperature of that particular liquid. If you observe the boiling points of alcohols, generally the boiling points of alcohols is higher than that of the other hydrocarbons such as alkanes, and also higher than that of alkyl halides. Alkyl halides which have same molecular weight to that of alcohol. That is the boiling points of the alcohols are larger than that of the alkanes, alkyl halides having same molecular weight. If you observe the relative boiling points and molecular points, here it is C2H5OH ethyl alcohol, it is uh, CH3CH2 CH3, that is propane, it is CH3Cl methyl chloride. Here the relative molecular mass or molecular weight is approximately same for these two molecules, which is slight different. But if you observe their boiling points, their boiling points for ethyl alcohol, it is 78 degrees centigrade, that is very high. Per profane, it is minus 42 degrees centigrade. For methyl chloride, it is minus 24 degrees centigrade. So alcohols have more boiling point than that of the alkanes and alkyl halides having same molecular weight. What is the reason for high boiling point of the alcohols? Here the main reason is formation of intermolecular hydrogen bond in the alcohol molecules. Hydrogen bonding is possible in alcohols due to the presence of polar OH group, but it lacks in alkanes and alkyl halides. That's why they shows less boiling point than that of the alcohol, though they have same molecular weight. That is the main reason for higher boiling points of alcohol is formation of intermolecular hydrogen bonding. As we discussed in our previous slide, intermolecular hydrogen bonding is responsible for molecular association. So the molecules are connected to each other through hydrogen bond. So in order to break the bonds or in order to evaporate the liquid alcohol, we have to supply more energy. That is, we have to supply more heat. That's why the boiling points of alcohols is very high. As shown here, there is hydrogen bonding, intermolecular hydrogen bonding within the two alcohols. Here the hydrogen bonding, that is intermolecular hydrogen bonding within the two phenols. Generally, if you compare the boiling points of the normal or straight chain alcohols with branched chain alcohols, the boiling points of the branched chain alcohols are less than that of the straight chain alcohols. In straight chain alcohols, due to the long chain, their surface area is high. Due to this large surface area, more molecules are attracted by this molecule. If the molecule converted into branched chain, then the surface area of the molecule will be decreased. Then the molecule gets lesser attractions by other molecules. So, in order to evaporate or in order to separate molecule, we have to supply less heat energy. So, the boiling points of the branched alcohols are very less when compared to the normal or straight chain alcohols having same molecular weight. Okay, next solubility of alcohols in water. Solubility, that is, solubility is nothing but dissolution of a particular compound, that is the extent of dissolution of a particular compound in the water is termed as solubility. What about solubility of alcohols in water? Generally, the alcohols having lesser number of carbons or the lower number alcohols solubility is very high in water. That is, for example, methanol, ethanol, propanol completely soluble in water. That is 100% solubility observed in water per methanol, ethanol, propanol. That is lower number alcohols. But the solubility of alcohols gradually decreases with increase in number of carbons or with increase in molecular weight of the alcohols. That is, as the number of carbons increases in the alcohol molecule, then the solubility in the water decreases. It is due to the high weight of the alkyl radical or hydrocarbon part in alcohol molecule. The hydrocarbon part, that is, or generally it is hydrophobic, that is, it reflect it is hydro here, or it is hydrophobic in nature. But OH group, that is hydroxy group, is hydrophilic in nature. That is, here the hydroxy group is attracted by water molecule. So, due to the increase in molecular weight of hydrophobic group, the solubility will be decreased. If you compare next, okay, sorry, next one, that is, if you observe conditions for solubility or factors influencing the solubility, in the first one is, as the number of carbons increases or the molecular weight of the alcohol increases, the solubility of alcohol decreases in water. Here next one is, if the molecule, that is hydroxy compound, is a polyhydric compound, that is if it contains more hydroxy groups, that is triols, tetrols, or any polyhydroxy compound, then the solubility of this particular polyhydroxy compound is very high when compared to monohydric alcohol having same molecular weight. That is, though the two molecules have same molecular weight, the polyhydroxy compound solubility is very high than that of the monohydric alcohol. It is due to the formation of more hydrogen bonds by the polyhydroxy compound with water molecule. Here, the solubility of alcohols or any hydroxy compound in water is due to the formation of intermolecular hydrogen bond with water molecules. That is due to the intermolecular hydrogen bond formation in between the alcohol and water molecule. Due to this intermolecular hydrogen bonding, alcohols soluble in water. Next one, if you compare the solubility of straight chain and branched chain alcohols, the solubility of branched chain alcohol is high than that of straight chain alcohol. It is due to the decrease in surface area of the branched chain alcohol. That's why the hydrophobic group dissolves somewhat than that of large surface area containing alcohol. That is, the solubility of branched chain alcohol is high than that of the straight chain alcohol. It is also explained based on the surface area of the hydrophobic group, that is alkyl group. Okay, if you observe the solubility of phenols, phenol solubility is generally somewhat less than that of the alcohols. They are sparingly soluble in water because there is a strong intermolecular hydrogen bonding within the two same phenol molecule. That's why the solubility of one phenol molecule in solubility of phenol molecules in water is less because they don't form easily intermolecular hydrogen bonding with a water molecule, because the intermolecular bond present in between the two phenols is strong, so it is impossible to break the bond in between the two phenolic groups and to form a new hydrogen bond in between the phenol and a water molecule. So the solubility of phenols is somewhat less when compared to alcohols. Okay, fine. Next, acidity of phenols and alcohols. Here What is acidity? Acidity. We generally hear this term acidity, acidity in our stomach due to the to relieve from acidity or stomach pain. We take some tablets or some medicine. Here we should know what is acidity. Generally, the compounds classified into three types based on their nature. They are, one is acids, second one is bases, third one is neutral molecules. To classify the molecules, whether they have acidic nature or they have basic nature, there are three theories. The first theory is Arrhenius theory. According to Arrhenius theory, any compound which releases easily H plus ions in its aqueous solution considered as acid. If a compound easily releases OH minus ions in its aqueous solution, then it is considered as base according to Arrhenius theory. The second theory is Bronsted-Lowry theory. According to Bronsted-Lowry theory, compound or a molecule which have a capacity to donate H plus, that is proton, considered as acid. The compound which has a capacity to receive proton, that is H plus ion, considered as base. The third theory is Lewis acid base theory. According to Lewis acid base theory, if the molecules is capable to donate a lone pair of electrons, then it is considered as base, that is Lewis base. If the molecule is capable to receive a lone pair of electrons, then it is termed as Lewis acid. Here the acidity of alcohols or phenols is expressed according to Arrhenius concept. If the hydroxy compound, whether it is alcohol or phenol, releases H plus ions in its aqueous solution, then it is considered as acid. If the extent of release of H plus ions is very high, then the alcohol or phenol termed as strong acid. If it is less, it is considered as weak acid and or weak acid. This extent of release of H plus ions is expressed by this equation. Here the alcohol molecule interacts with water molecule in its aqueous solution to form corresponding alkoxide ion and H3O plus hydronium ion. It is generally an equilibrium reaction. If the forward reaction is high, then the alcohol is more acidic. If the backward reaction is more, then the alcohol is weak acid. Here, for this equilibrium equation, we can get an equilibrium constant. Here, the equilibrium constant in this case is considered as acid dissociation constant, as shown here. Here, Ka equilibrium constant, which is nothing but here it is acid dissociation constant of alcohols. Ka expressed as a concentration of hydronium ion into concentration of alkoxide ion divided by concentration of alcohol. If Ka is high, then the alcohol is considered as strong acid, alcohol or phenol, whatever it may be. If Ka is less, then it is considered as weak acid. Generally, the acidity of alcohols expressed in terms of pKa values, as in the case of pH. pH is pH is equal to minus log concentration of H plus ion. Similarly, here the pKa is equal to minus log Ka. So, in terms of pKa values, if pKa value is smaller, then the acidity of alcohol is more. If pKa value is high, then the acidity of alcohol is less. That is, the Ka and pKa values are reversible. Ka is high, pKa value is small. That is, for strong acids, that is, if alcohol is strong, then Ka is high or pK is small. If weak acidic alcohol, then Ka is small and pK value is very high. Okay, next, acidity of phenols. Generally, phenols are stronger acids than the alcohols. If compare the acidity of phenols with alcohols, phenols are stronger than that of alcohols, but phenols are less acidic than that of carboxylic acids. The main acids in organic chemistry is carboxylic acids. Here the phenol acidity is more than that of alcohol as well as water molecule. Sometimes the water molecule considered as neutral because it acts as acid as well as acts as base also. So it interacts acids and bases, so it is considered as neutral. Here, if you observe the acidity of alcohols, ROH plus H2O gives RO minus H3O plus, as we discussed in earlier. Here the acidity or acid dissociation constant per alcohol is generally varied from 10 to the power of minus 16 to 10 to the power of minus 18 value. In the case of phenols, the Ka value, that is acid dissociation constant, is generally 1.2 into 10 to the power of minus 10. Per water molecule, it is about 1.8 into 10 to the power of minus 16. If you compare all these three Ka values, the Ka value of phenol is high. So the phenols acts as more acidic than that of the alcohols and water molecule. Okay, fine. Next, phenol is more acidic than the alcohols. As we discussed in earlier, phenols are more acidic than the alcohol. What is the reason for more acidic nature of phenol than that of the alcohol and water molecule? The main reason is it is due to the resonance effect present in phenols. In phenols, if phenol losses what H plus ion, that is, if phenol losses H plus ion to water molecule to form phenoxide ion, The phenoxide ion is more stable through resonance structures. But in the case of alkoxide ion, if alcohol donates proton or H plus ion to water molecule and forms alkoxide ion, the alkoxide ion is less stable than that of the phenoxide ion. There is no chance to exhibit resonance structures by alkoxide ion. Here, the negative charge presence on the oxygen atom is generally confined to oxygen atom only. Don't disperse into the chain. So, it lacks resonance. So, it is more available to attack by the proton. So, the ionization or loss of proton by the alcohol is somewhat less when compared to phenols. Okay, fine. If you observe the phenoxide ion, phenol donates H plus to water, then it forms phenoxide ion. Here, the phenoxide ion is more stable because due to the delocalization of lone pair of electron or due to the delocalization of negative charge of the oxygen atom into benzene ring. Due to this delocalization into benzene ring, the phenoxide ion gets different resonance structures. If the molecule if the molecule or ion is able to exist in different resonance structures, then it is more stable according to resonance theory. If you observe the resonance structures of the phenoxide, it is just like this. Here the negative charge shifted into benzene ring, then it gets negative charge this carbon, negative charge further delocalized, then the carbon gets negative charge, this negative charge further delocalized, then it gets negative charge, this negative charge further shifted this, then the negative charge shifted to oxygen. So we get different resonance structures for phenoxide ion. Here, due to the resonance structures or delocalization of negative charge of the oxygen atom, the phenoxide ion is less available to attack by H plus ion. So it is more acidic, that is the phenol easily ionizes than that of the alcohol. That is, the acidic nature of phenol is more than that of the alcohol due to the stable resonance structures adapted by phenoxide ion. Okay, fine. Next, effects of acidity or the factors influencing acidity. What are the factors influencing the acidity of hydroxy compounds or alcohols and phenols? The first one is effect of alkyl groups. If the number of alkyl groups or number of carbons increases in alcohol or hydroxy compound, then the acidity of that particular alcohol decreases. It is due to the plus I effect of alkyl groups. Due to the plus psi effect, alkyl groups donates electrons towards the negatively charged or towards the oxygen atom of hydroxy group. Then the alkyl groups destabilize the alkoxide ion produced by the ionization of the alcohol. So the ionization of alcohol is less because the alkoxide ion gets destabilized by the plus psi effect of alkyl groups. For example, methanol is more acidic than that of tertiary butyl alcohol. Here, if the methanol loses proton, it forms methoxide ion. If tertiary butyl alcohol loses proton, it forms tertiary butoxide ion. In the case of methoxide ion, it contains only one methyl group. That is the electron effect, that is plus psi effect is less. But in the case of tertiary butoxide ion, the the tertiary butoxide contains three alkyl groups attached to tertiary carbon. So these three alkyl groups donates electrons toward the tertiary carbon by plus psi effect. These electrons further dispersed towards oxygen, negatively charged oxygen atom. That's why the oxide ion gets destabilized. So tertiary butoxide is less stable than that of methoxide. So the acidity of tertiary butyl alcohol is less than that of the methyl alcohol. The next parameter or next factor influencing the acidity is electron withdrawing groups, or that is presence of electron withdrawing groups. If the alcohol or phenol contains more electron withdrawing groups, then the acidity of the alcohol or phenol increases because the electron withdrawing groups withdraws the accumulated negative charge and the oxygen atom. Then the alkoxide gets stability. So electron withdrawing groups increases the acidity of alcohols. The case of phenols also, the acidity increases by increasing number of electron withdrawing groups on arene ring. Here virtually or basically the arene ring or the phenyl ring is electron withdrawing group. It shows generally minus I effect. So the phenols are more acidic than that of alcohols. For example, 2-chloroethanol is more acidic than the ethanol because due to the presence of electron withdrawing chlorine atom. Further, if the number of electron withdrawing groups increases, the acidity also increases. For example, 2,2-dichloroethanol is more acidic than that of the 2-chloroethanol. That is, dichloro is more acidic than the monochloroethanol. Examples for electron withdrawing groups are, they may be halides, that is halogen atoms, or nitro group, or COOH group, or SO3H sulfonic acid group. In the case of alcohols having electron withdrawing groups, the alcohol which contain electron withdrawing group adjacent to hydroxy group attached carbon is more acidic than that of the alcohol having electron withdrawing group far away from the carbon attached to hydroxy group. Okay, fine. This is about all about acidity of alcohols and phenols, as well as the factor influencing acidity of hydroxy compounds. Electron donating groups decreases acidity, electron withdrawing groups increases acidity. This is the basic point for acidic nature of hydroxy compounds. Okay, next. Okay, thank you for your attention. In this video, I explained about the physical properties of hydroxy compounds, so that is physical properties of alcohols and phenols. The main physical properties covered in this video is physical state, hydrogen bonding, solubility, boiling points, acidic nature. Okay, thank you. We will meet with other video in the next class. Okay, thank you all of you. Thank you very much.